My name is Rhapsody, his name's Olexa, and welcome back to Slay the Spire Draft Champions. How about that? A classic intro.
That was good.
I've been doing some classic intros recently. I might go back to my original, which is just, hi, my name's Ryan. Welcome to Magic 2014.
I can go back to doing, hello, everybody. It's your boy, Alexa Kid 64, up in the club, yo. Probably wouldn't work too hot in this day and age, but you never know.
Yeah,
some people are into it.
There's not that much clubbing going on at the moment, or at least hopefully.
Well, yeah, you know.
Hey,
it is what it is.
What are we going to be doing this episode, Alexa?
Dude, it's the Thick Tech Daddy draft. A lot of people have been asking for it. A lot of people have been saying that, you know, the draft is the only part of the video they watch anyway. Which, let me tell you, you're missing out on literally an hour of riveting conversation between the two of us. But hey, we're going to make the draft extra long today.
I was about to say, but if someone had to skip one of the two, the draft or the gameplay, which should they skip? But then I forgot.
Oh my God, skip the draft.
I forgot that we do have like conversations about non-gameplay when we're doing the gameplay bit, technically.
Yeah, no, it's good. If you're here for the first time, just go like 15 minutes into the future.
Yeah,
just skip the draft. The cards don't matter. It's Slay the Spire. If you're here, you already know what it is. So
this is a very pretty animated screensaver that plays behind the podcast. That is very much all of my collaborative series in the Wholesomeverse. Speaking of, as well,
the greatest episode of all time.
Exactly.
The greatest series of all time.
The greatest episode of Rito and Raps Live the Good Life is episode 50, featuring Alexa. It is a long episode. It is the funniest episode of that series. It sent my sides into orbit. I know that, like, this is the start of a video and I usually don't plug things here, but, like, seriously, go watch that. Like, it's hilarious. I'm gonna link it in the description. Anyway.
Yeah. I can vouch for that. I even had, like, I posted in my Discord and I was like, yo, even if, okay, what the freaking,
what?
The half of them went down here. Okay,
Yeah.
It's fine. I can talk while figuring this out.
That's okay.
I went and I posted in my Discord and I was like, hey, I know this isn't on my channel and you might not know who these two are, but like, go watch this anyway because I'm in it for one, and two, it's actually the funniest video I've ever recorded on YouTube despite it never releasing on my channel. And I had one guy that reached out to me and he was like, it's 2 a.m. I can't breathe because I'm laughing so hard.
Yeah.
And I've had to stifle my laughter or else I would wake up my parents. But I just want to say that video rocked. And I was like, you know what? I got one. I got one. That's all I cared about.
For everyone that reaches out to you to say something about it, I usually like assume that there's like another 10.
Yeah, at least. But it's a genuine banger, and I get married in it. So
yeah, it's the one that's
just very happy.
It's the one that I really want to go through, and I said it even during the episode. I want to just clip out a bunch of like the individual small funny parts, because you know how people have like September Twitch highlight stream, like, and here's all of my highlights from September, right? I could make like a 10-minute video out of that 40-minute video of all highlights, like just like exclusively highlights.
I mean, I do at the end of the year, I do the best of Alexa for the year, and I had somebody ask me, they were like, do you think that this will make the best of Alexa 2020? And I was like, I don't even know how that would work because it's literally not even my video. Like, I want to do it. It's just I'm literally going to get a copyright claim from the two of you from YouTube's automatic copyright claim system. Like,
automatic.
It's not my footage.
I'm gonna file that manually. I want the ad rev on that.
That's fair.
Excuse me, this is our content.
I can respect that. All right, you freaking goon. You want a heads or tails?
Yeah, give me a tails about it.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 7. It's flipped. It's heads. Okay. I am going to, dude, this is going to be real. Actually, no, it's not. I was about to say this is going to be really hard for me to Highlander this one. But, or Pauper this one. But it's not that bad to Pauper this.
Yeah, it's not awful. Although there are a couple of the Pauper cards. Actually, which are we playing? Are we playing Silent or Defect?
Oh, that's a great point, isn't it?
It's gonna matter a lot.
Let's go flip, it's the silent, which does change my entire strategy.
Yep. Oh.
Okay. I will take next 2
Wow.
because I don't want to pick first.
Oh
And
god.
I have an idea for my next 2.
I am distraught.
There's a lot of cards. just many cards.
It's like 50 of them or something like that.
It's actually there's 49, dude.
Oh, can we get one extra
So-
card, please?
you go.
Why did it have to be that one?
Incredible.
I cannot see anything in here that is like
First cardable.
exactly.
Yeah.
All right, genetic algorithm's my first card. Wait,
I would.
you go second.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm
second
next
two.
to.
Yeah.
I'm taking Glacier and Capacitor.
Oh, you are going for orbs,
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna freaking do it.
my man. Ooh,
I freaking did it.
you're freaking doing it for certain.
I'm doing the thing.
I love that there's 2 survivors in here. Just
Yeah, there
Just-
are.
have the opportunity to have 2 survivors in your base deck without a the Gremlin matching event or a Dolly's Mirror.
The way that, so for people that don't know, the way that we actually do the generation of the deck is every gold card only gets 1 card, every blue card gets 2, and every gray card gets 3. So that's why Survivor, we have more than 1. Sunder, we're literally, this was a like 0.01% chance that both of them got pulled and both of them were next to each other in a
Mhm.
shuffled deck as well. So that's why you don't see as many golds, but you see more commons. That was kind of how we balanced it.
My god. This is going to break my brain trying to correctly.
It's a lot of cards.
It's so many cards. Usually I can see just one clear archetype, but no.
Nah. I'm gonna be. I think this is just like a do damage and block the damage run. You know what I'm saying?
I think you're right. I'm taking Noxious Fumes.
Okay, and you immediately take the 1 card that is quite literally neither of those 2. I understand how.
Well, it pairs with both of those well, though.
Yeah, okay. I take Sunder, which I really didn't need to take yet, because there's 2 of them.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? I'm completely changing my mind. You didn't pick a card yet, so frig you. I will be taking. I'll be taking Cloak and Dagger.
Okay. I am surprised by this, but
Get wrecked.
okay. I am well and truly wrecked.
You're extremely destroyed.
Very.
You see,
dead.
he's not picking a card because he's shook so hard by my selection.
I am extremely shooketh. Oh god. I'm gonna Hello World.
Yeah, that's just a strange pick. I'm gonna take Beam Cell.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Does it?
Yeah, it does.
It does. Oh, it also relics.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea as well.
I don't think I shuffled these either, so now they get shuffled.
Ooh.
A lot of people liked my my accidental lizard tail in the last episode.
Yes. I will say I called it the entire time.
You did.
I've
I
played this
enjoyed
one before. I enjoyed it as well. I just knew it was coming though.
Yeah.
Oh god. Ugh. How many? I'm gonna take Neutralize.
Dude, I was nearing taking it.
I feel a little better hearing that.
I'm gonna take Escape Plan.
I'm gonna take Masterful Stab.
I was going to take Masterful Stab.
Sorry about it, bud.
I'm gonna take Mielter.
Leap.
I'm going to take Finisher.
Boot Sequence.
I'm going to take a Leap.
chill.
It's actually not a bad one.
Yeah.
At all. I will take a defrag.
Loop.
Ah!
Sorry, Bob.
What's your problem? I'll take cool-headed.
Yeah, nice. I thought for a while what you were going to do with the Glacier was just use it for a huge amount of block because it would immediately evoke one.
Nah.
But,
I thought about it.
Huh. Alright, I'm going to take Reinforced Body. That sounded like a villager.
It sounded like a Minecraft villager.
They do kind of sound like a pitch-shifted Squidward. And look
bit, yeah.
like a flattened Squidward a little bit.
For sure. Yeah. I got you. Let's go fly a kite, Raps.
Hell yeah, I'd love to.
I'll take double energy.
Up to the highest heights?
Yeah.
Ooh, okay. Well,
You a fan of Mary Poppins at all?
I am. Yeah.
That is quite literally one of my least favorite musicals. Continue.
The first one? Like the original? How?
Does Mary Poppins have a sequel?
It does. Yeah, there's a second
that.
one to it now. I did not like the second one much at all.
Yeah, but like the second of... We'll talk about this in the run.
Yeah. I'm gonna take Force Field.
The second of any Disney musical / TV movie, not TV show, same difference.
If it's not
They're almost
straight
all
to
bad.
VHS, then it flopped in the cinemas and now it is in a bargain bin somewhere.
Take self-repair.
Neat. I like it. I'll take the escape plan now.
Let's go with... I'm actually gonna take reflex.
Mm-hmm. Let's take a Sunderdown.
I'm gonna take survivor.
Take the other survivor.
I'm gonna take all-out attack.
Take a predator.
I'm gonna take sneaky strike.
Catalyst.
I'll take the other sunder.
If anyone just, by the way, if anyone just suddenly recognized the OST playing in the background, hell yeah, we're friends for life right now. It just started playing like a very, very iconic track from this game.
Take distraction.
I like that yours is a grid and mine is this.
yeah, this weird.
It's like aesthetically pleasing, I'll say. Like
it
the
is
spacing
very
of
nice
those
to look
cards.
at. Yeah,
But,
I like it. It's kind of exponential growth curve. It's kind of COVID in the US.
What's that? I've never heard of it. Alright, I'm gonna take dual cast.
All right. Take outmaneuver.
What?
I know you can't believe it.
Is that illegal? I'm not sure if that's allowed. I'm gonna sucker punch him.
I'll flechette him.
That's a good point, well made.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rebound him.
I'll rip and tear him.
I'll defend myself this time.
How about I'll recycle. I know you haven't seen the episode because I know that you have been abstaining from watching the series.
Yes.
But I do have to bring up something from the Hex series with myself and Mr. Orbital Potato that is actually one of the funniest things that has ever been said in a video. Orbital, they kind of have like some teaser text before the episode. Heads or tails?
I'll take tails in this one.
And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Yep.
Okay. I will take next two. But they kind of have teaser texts for the missions. And the one said that you were going to there was like a hacker company called the Crusaders. And they said that you're going to take down the Crusaders just like Saladin led the charges against the Crusades. And Orbital reads it and he goes, Saladin, isn't that the villain from that Disney movie Aladdin? And I went, no, that would be Jafar, not Aladdin with an S in front of his name. And that led me to think about the sequel to Aladdin, King of Thieves, or Prison of Thieves or something like that, which is actually one of the worst movies ever made as a sequel to the great movie Aladdin with the lead villain Saladin.
I'm almost certain it is Prince of Thieves.
Yeah, actually, that sounds right. Yeah,
But I love
bad.
I do love the idea of this as kind of like the dark reflection of me, just with one extra letter in front of its name as my antagonist.
Dude, that's what I was saying. Instead of Darth Vader, it's just Slook.
I hate that as a name, but that could easily be a Sith Lord name. Like, they had Snoke, didn't they? So, like, they didn't get far from that. I will say, actually, continuing this point, that I was not aware of this rivalry until I got added to a Facebook group of just a bunch of different people with my first name, Ryan. And I don't know who decided to do this, but there were a couple hundred Ryans in this group. And so we all just started bantering and memeing about a little bit, as Ryans are wont to do. But then one person got really upset and was like, oh man, I can't believe y'all just added me to this page and just spamming me. Screw all of you, that kind of thing. And then they left the group, and the person, the person who'd been most vocal in the group so far just said, that person's being a real Brian about this. And then, since then, the insult in that group has been just calling people a Brian. So yeah, I guess I'm on Orbital's side. My antagonist is just my name with an extra letter in front.
I do have to say, while you were telling that story, I did come across what could be the greatest new villain by just adding an S in front of the main protagonist name, and that would be the new hit 7-book J.K. Rowling series where the lead villain is Sherry Shot. Can't even say it with a straight face. Sherry Spotter.
Although that one actually I think has been done. There was a parody of Harry Potter called Barry Plotter. I remember I read it in primary school. It was real bad.
That does sound horrible.
I believe it was from the same author who made Author. Yep, that's no TH in that. It's an F. It's the same author who wrote a parody of The Hobbit and called it The Soddit.
Wow.
Like, we're working on like porn title pun levels right there. Like, real bad.
It's pretty bad.
I was thinking actually recently
bad?
in terms of like porn pun titles, like I recognize like age restricted immediately, but in particular, now that simp is in common parlance, you got to imagine someone's made The Simpsons, right?
Oh yeah.
Like with a hyphen in the middle. It's got to happen. If not, then I claim royalties on whoever takes that idea and creates it. Anyhow, would you like to figure out what we're doing with the... Wait, why are we flipping a coin now?
I'm flipping it for fun. It's fun to flip coins.
All right.
This episode's a ride.
It's time to get into the game. Got it.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you know what else is bad?
What's that?
Our gameplay. We'll see you in the next section.
Get to that. And we're back. It is time to begin the run. You ready for this one?
I am so ready.
Why don't you not give me a countdown and start your run while I still analyze my paths?
Okay. Then I will not count down. I'll count up. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Which do we go
5,
on?
6.
Which number?
7, 8.
It's
9,
8.
10,
Oh god.
Just some incredible work.
Oh man. Do you ever get the interference of what's it called? The screen, the Java screen, the console that is outputting?
Always.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Always. Yeah, always.
As long as it's just not a me problem, or not just a me problem, rather.
No, quite literally every single time I play this game modded, it's a 90% chance that screen will show, and I will almost accidentally keep it on for the entirety of the video.
Yep. Scrap many videos that way?
I've scrapped a couple that way, for sure. Yeah.
It's definitely the same. Ooh, I finally get this Thunderstrike out of here. Hell yeah.
Did you, by any chance, That's normally where I say a word. But
Did I by any chance?
I didn't get there, huh? Did you by any chance get a curse?
Oh no, I turned that down.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know if I will be going for curses here.
I took the curse.
Yeah. Oh, naturally.
It also like I have turnip, so getting frail is not necessarily something I'm too worried about to begin with.
Wait, yours was frail, not injury?
Correct. Mine was frail and not injury.
Where did you start, my man?
Triple question mark.
That was me too.
Well, double question mark. Was
Oh.
it a gremlin card man?
No. I had the slime goop, the card removal from the cleric, and then another space after that as well.
What path right now? Far left. Enemy question, shop, elite, rest, elite, chest, elite.
No.
Hey, you know what? Whatever. Well, it's fine. We don't play this game for the game anyway. It's fine.
Yeah.
Who cares?
How's everything that isn't the game going, my man? What's up?
Dude, it's good. I mean, look, as we were talking before we started recording, like the one thing that is awesome and eating up all of my time, I'm not allowed to talk about yet. So I've been spending a lot of time doing that thing that I can't discuss. But when that thing is ready to be seen, oh baby, it gonna be hot.
Can confirm will be extremely hot. Ooh, what can I even do in terms of damage here? Yeah, I'm extremely excited for it. Is there a particular reason you're deciding not to talk about it? Hello? Did I lose Alexa? Hello, friend. I am hearing no words. Uh-oh. Yo. You there? Hello? The good buddy friend?
I'm going live.
Cool.
I sat and talked to myself for a little bit. It was a good time.
I realized instantaneously that you were missing.
I mean, yeah, because I was mid-sentence, right?
Exactly.
Definitely creates some issues.
As obvious as it could be in that circumstance.
Yeah. I don't remember. Oh, we were talking why do I not want to talk about the thing?
Yes.
Dude, I don't know. To be perfectly honest. I think it's just like it's one of those things where I want to create adequate hype, right? So if I continue to talk about it in a very secretive way, then maybe people will just be so excited for it that when it comes out, they'll be like, I have to see this right now because Olexa hyped it so damn much. So that's kind of what I'm going for.
I totally understand that drive. Like the amount of times that there's been something that is about to change about the channel or about to change on stream or something like that, but I don't want to mention it because I want that impact moment of like, here it is, and the immediate reaction.
Yeah. And then the disappointment when it does, absolutely nowhere close to how you expected it to.
100%. Yes. So I know that's coming. I'm ready for it. But actually, example of being ready for that, the Outer Worlds DLC is coming out soon. I am very ready to play that on Twitch for 12 people. It's going to be a good time.
It'll go well.
Oh, it'll be fine. I know I'm not like an RPG channel, so like I take it in stride when I do things like that.
Yeah. No, I feel you. It's still like, it doesn't stop it from sucking. But
sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
Which is the removal here?
Dude, my run is not going as well as I wanted it to.
I am horrified to hear that. I think you might be having a significantly better time were you on my run.
Oh, is that the case? Your run is going quite well.
Exceedingly.
That's good.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate. Like the mummified hand has shown up, and my deck is like a power stacking deck with a force field in it. It's gonna be a good time.
That's good. I am excited to hear that.
Of course, there's
Okay,
another project in the Wholesomeverse recently that actually is also being teased that Wanda's working on, the Wholesome D&D that I imagine, because I asked, you'll be in some point in the future, possibly.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, I will be taking part at some point in the Wholesomeverse D&D. It's one of those things where I don't know like anything about D&D. So I have kind of just been sitting on the wings waiting to watch you guys do it first, and then once I get a general understanding of what the heck is going on, then maybe that's when I decide to make my grand appearance as Olexa, the rogue elf or something. I don't know how it works.
I mean, yeah,
quite clearly.
You could pair those, but go halfling. I mean, if you're gonna go rogue at the absolute least, the elves got more power over the wisdom kind of side of things. Anyhow, what is the closest game to like a D&D you played? Because D&D has obviously inspired a bunch of other games. Have you played like Baldur's Gate? Have you played any of the other kind of like definitely based on the same systems?
I have not played Baldur's Gate. I would say that at least from what I kind of know about the old D and also the Ds, I think that the closest I have to having played a D&D style game would be something along the lines of a For the King.
Oh,
does that have a little bit of D&D action to it? All right. You know what? Never mind. Pretend I didn't even say it. Because like I said, I know nothing. I
I don't mean to be rude in that answer. It's more of a kind of like, wow, that's pretty far for the closest D&D thing you play.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I do know that is still pretty far from. But there's the dice rolling probability component, and that's about it, right?
Are you much for role playing at all?
See, I enjoy a good role play, but normally in the sense of like a like a Minecraft server of sorts, right? Where you have kind of like a planned like a planned, hey, we're gonna do this in the episode thing. So like act, it's kind of like say that you had somebody made a bank in Minecraft. Obviously it's not a real bank, but maybe you and a buddy as a fun thing decide that you're gonna rob the bank, so you kind of make a storyline around robbing the bank kind of thing.
Yep.
I love that kind of action.
I have a feeling you are going to really enjoy D&D.
Oh yeah. No, it's definitely my kind of thing. I know nothing about it, and I don't know how to do it. And a lot of the Wholesome boys have played D&D before, so I don't want to be that guy that comes in, has no idea what he's doing, and screws everything up. So that's where I'm at.
I mean, every DM is different, right? So it is very much largely going to be reliant on our ability to pick up on and build upon Wanda's world and Wanda's kind of like DMing. It's I do understand it is going to be very, very kind of freeform, very player driven, which is going to be very, very good for us as well.
Yeah.
Apparently, very is my favorite word in the English language at this point in time.
No, I'm excited. I'm excited mainly just to see what we do with it, right? It's just the idea of I know that as a group we all have such great minds for this kind of stuff. So to watch, us kind of go in and make something cool like that, I think it's gonna be really good. I'm excited.
I mentioned it to my partner, who is a very, very avid D&D kind of guy, runs his own D&D podcast. I've mentioned it innumerable times before, but
Indeed.
it's as soon as I mentioned it to him, the first thing he said was, "I'm gonna finally watch some of your content."
Yikes. So your partner is not a large fan of the Rhapsody YouTube channel.
It's not. It's a bit slow paced for him.
I understand. Trust me. Many times I will be like, "Hey Anna, you gotta watch X video," and there will be times where she loads the video, and 5 minutes in she goes, "I don't think I can watch this," and I go, "You know what? I respect that."
Do you have like a common occurrence of get to double play that? Do you have a common occurrence of being in the situation of someone you know in real life interacting with your videos and having this kind of disparity of the person they interact with in person and the person they see online?
I do have a good friend that I will regularly see on like my sidebar when I'm streaming. And then occasionally, you know, we'll hop in a call, play a game or two, and he will mention, you know, "Hey, that game you were playing the other day looked really cool." And I'll go, "Yeah, Project Winter is a fun time." But besides that, it's kind of not really, right? Not really.
That's the kind of level of like casual engagement that I really like, though.
Yeah, no, I mean it's absolutely like it's nice to know that someone in my IRL life is paying attention to what I'm doing and supporting what I'm doing, and I mean it's a great feeling. I won't deny that in the slightest. It felt like there was a but coming at the end of that, but there wasn't.
Yeah, I was wondering, just holding on for a second, just in case.
Yeah.
I've been in that scenario a couple times myself as well. The one thing that once struck me was someone mentioning the difference between me on camera and off camera, and I feel more myself on camera than off camera in a weird way, because especially around people who know me kind of like very casually socially, they get to interact with a very, very high-strung, very anxious version of me because I'm outside. I'm terrified of everything.
Yeah.
And then
no, I feel that.
So people being like, "Oh yeah, the idea that the version that I put out to the world on the internet is inauthentic versus that, rather than that being inauthentic versus this, is something I've been ruminating on for a very long period of time."
Yeah, I mean, so in the process of thinking about this, I also thought of another small example. I did have a friend. I mean, I still have him as a friend. He is a kind fellow. But there was a good friend of mine that was actually one of the founding members of the then Unusual crew, before the Wholesome Boys, Wholesome Verse became a thing. And he has since stopped making content. He kind of like decided that wasn't for him. But when we had met, you know, somehow my channel came up in the process. And at the time, I mean, I was what, 3,000 subscribers ish. You know, this was 4 years ago, more or less. So good while ago at this point. But you know, he was kind of like, "I've always wanted to make content. Like, this is so cool. Even if you know, only have 3,000 subscribers, that was way more than like he ever envisioned anyone being able to have." And I got that man too. I think he had 1,000 just from like my community kind of spamming him to make videos and upload and stuff. So that was kind of the first person that really I knew that went all in on, you know, you having a YouTube is cool, and then like I got him to make content too in the end, which was crazy. But I get that different vibe of real life you versus the you that appears on camera. It's completely different, and I know that far too well because I'm the exact same way.
It's like to the point that I kind of wish that I could just like like leaving the house in the morning. What if when I left the house in the morning, I just said, "My name is Rhapsody and welcome for a good day. We're about to have a good day," and then just like tried to keep the energy high the entire day. I don't know. That sounds like it would be an exhausting personality, but
it does sound exhausting.
Oh, yeah, and Caridian.
You're gonna literally annihilate me on this run, just so you know.
Oh, what happened? I thought you were going well.
Dude. I'm just not. The deck ain't flowing the way I expected the deck to flow. I have a lot of good things, but they're all not doing what I wanted them to.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just kind of. I'm here and I'm beating enemies and I'm advancing through the run, but I'm not getting my flawlesses. It could be better.
That is one of the reasons I went for like an ultra defensive deck, because I'm just gonna get all of the flawlesses at least.
Yeah. I thought my deck was pretty defensive too. Like that's what the scary thing is, because I have the defrag, I've got 3 orb slots. You know, basically I'm sitting where I'm getting 9 block a turn just from my orbs, which is insanely good.
It seemed to me in your setup that that your defense core needed a bit of setup in the draft phase.
A little bit.
That's like I went for just like the immediate impact ones of Genetic Algorithm, which is already up to blocking 42, Chill, and the boot sequence to try and give me the time to set up.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and hit a shop here very soon and see if that saves this run in any way, but I'm assuming that you have probably flawlessed all of your elites so far.
Yes.
Yeah, that worries me.
Oh, one gremlin knob the first floor. Wait, no, did it hit me? No, one sentinel hit me last floor.
Okay. No, I've flawlessed one elite and not my boss, which is still not great.
That's going to be a bit rough, but it really depends on the future bosses, because like if I drop a flawless against any of them, and Collector on the second floor may be where I end up dropping a flawless, that could really change the tide of things.
I will say I'm at a point where my issue on the run is I don't ever scale. I have no scaling.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm currently in the Centurion Mystic fight, and I'm just at a standstill in it. I can't actually kill them off. I finally killed the damn big guy.
Congratulations.
So I got a chance to finish the fight at some time today. There we go.
God, I just need more instantaneous poison. It'd be everything.
Best of luck on your instantaneous poison.
Thank you, much appreciated. I will hopefully find it at some point in the near future.
I do hope to. Oh, so I do actually have a good topic for you today. I posted a video this past week that has been raising a good chunk of controversy in the community. And I'm ready for you to voice your opinions and let them be known, so that the world can know what Rhapsody thinks about these issues.
Love it.
I posted a fruit ranking, a ranking of my favorite fruits.
So I haven't seen the video yet though.
Okay.
Know of its existence.
So here's where I'll start, right?
All right.
What would you consider to be your favorite fruit?
Probably banana.
Slash do okay, yeah, dude. I think that's definitely fair. It was a tier, might have been S tier. I don't even remember.
Okay, cool.
It's a great fruit.
I'm super down on that. The amount of different ways you can enjoy banana. Obviously, you can just peel it and enjoy it.
Absolutely.
You can dry slices of it and crunch on them as chips. Oh, that's a good time. Good healthy snack right there. Blend it up in a smoothie with some honey and some blueberry. Oh,
completely agree. Very, very good. Now, I will be the one to now say I actually don't like bananas.
Then I
think we've
appreciate
had this conversation.
I appreciate all the more that you gave them an honest ranking despite
Dude.
being biased.
100%. I understand that bananas are an S tier fruit. And if they are in something, then they're an S tier fruit to me. Because I love the taste of a banana.
Mhm.
I just don't like the texture of the nanner. So that's kind of where I lie, is as long as you put it in something, then I'm gonna love the hell out of it. But a banana is definitely an S A tier fruit for sure. So I'm glad that we at least agree with that. I think the one that like most people got really angry at me putting a tomato in D tier. I think I moved it to C at the end, but.
So are you ranking it as a fruit, or are you ranking it
as I'm ranking it how much I like it.
Wait, so hang on. Tomato is. Do you just not like Italian food at all?
I just don't like tomatoes.
So you only eat like the food from Potato Europe, not Tomato Europe.
I mean, that's also not true because I enjoy tomatoes in things.
Okay. So wait,
so like
is it because
a fine salsa, I'm absolutely down.
Is this because you won't pick up a tomato and just bite into the side of it? Like, is that why it's losing all this rank?
I'm very not pro that at all.
I mean, I'm not strongly pro that either, but I think it's a reasonable thing for a human to do. I've seen weirder things.
Oh, I do. Absolutely. I've seen many people just bite into tomatoes. My mother loves a good tomato.
Yeah, it always does appear to be like the generation above us.
Yeah, they love tomatoes, man. I don't get it.
I don't know. I think it's some Great Depression nonsense going on there. Like we can with no more apples. It's time to eat the tomatoes like an apple.
Yeah, I don't like that at all.
No historian tell me when the Great Depression actually happened.
I wasn't gonna say a word about when you. We're not that far apart in age. You got a couple years on me, but like, I don't think either of our parents were in the Depression era.
Oh yeah, I do have a couple years on you.
A couple. It's becoming. I feel like as we grow older, the years just don't matter anymore. Like it's one of those things. I used to get a little bit like it was one of those things where it was weird to record with people, because like let's see, when I first recorded with Penta, because I believe Penta is 9 years older than me. When I first recorded with him, I think I was 18. So that was 18 and wow, I just absolutely could not add in my head 27. That's a sizable difference in my opinion. But yet,
yeah,
for some reason, when you do it for YouTube, all of a sudden it just goes out the window.
Personal story. My first relationship was when I was 18, and it was with a 27-year-old.
Well, there you go.
That's all the commenting on that I have to do. It's just
there you have it, right? There you have it.
There you go. Just in case you were wondering whether or not I've had a relationship with someone significantly older than myself, there you go. Enjoy that information.
I don't know what to do with the information, but
if you find out what to do with the information, feel free to come back and tell me. Because I thought it might make for some interesting content a couple seconds ago, but then I realized, wait a second.
It's content for sure. I'm still trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out where I want to bring it, and I think it's here. I feel like when you reach a certain age, and I think 18 is that age, I think the years just don't matter anymore.
To a degree, yes.
To a degree.
Yeah.
To a degree. It's very important to put to a degree in that conversation. But yeah, it's just like I feel insanely comfortable. Like I'm willing to admit, I am 99% sure that I am the youngest person in the Wholesomeverse.
I am 100% certain you are not.
I am still 100% certain because I think I know who you're talking about, and I am fairly confident that I am younger than them.
Okay, cool.
That's beside the point. I know I'm one of the youngest, but yet never once has there been a time where I was like, you know, I am uncomfortable working with these old men. You know? And it's nice, dude. It's nice. It's an interesting situation on YouTube to have the ability to. It's no different than real life, right? You're in a corporate environment. You're working with people a sizable age older than you, and it's something that's just like nobody says a word about it. But when you're having deep down conversations about your favorite fruits, all of a sudden, you know, there's some people that get a little twitchy about it. No Twitch puns intended.
So wait,
right?
People are getting twitchy about your favorite fruits as a result of your age?
No, people are. No, I worded that a little bit poorly. People are getting twitchy about working with somebody significantly older than you in this business.
I will admit, I have at this point reached out to 2 members of the NLSS for like, hey, I'm Ryan. We work in similar fields. If you wanted to do anything together, hi, I'm here.
Yeah.
And both times, nothing, naturally. The naturally being because nothing's happened on the channel so far, so it's kind of evident.
Yeah.
But I did both times, like 2 weeks afterwards, just think, maybe it would have been real awkward, because, like, they're all mid-30s now. Like, early
I
to
couldn't
mid-30s.
tell you. Yeah, I couldn't tell you what the age group is for them, but I was fairly certain that they were at least late 20s. Is that not accurate?
I think that's back when we had time to watch the show. They were in their late 20s.
Okay, that's fair. Shows how much I know, right?
I mean, so, you know, doing this, you just do not necessarily get time to watch the people that made you want to do this.
It's actually funny because I've had more time to enjoy streams of people I enjoy from a audio perspective now than I did before. Because now in the morning, you know, Orbital goes live at 10 a.m. my time.
Mm-hmm.
My first meeting of the day ends at 9. I got an hour until Orbital stream starts. Orbital goes into my ear, and then I'm listening to Orbital. Otherwise, I never had the time. And I was asleep when Orbital was going live. So in some ways, I've actually had the opposite experience where I've been fortunate enough to be able to catch more streams of people that I enjoy. But I completely back when I was not in a job and was instead solely doing YouTube. I absolutely get what you're saying.
Yeah,
it gets rough.
It's like the point at which it pulls a little on my heartstring is where I recognize watching these people is why I got into this. And now you don't get to do that.
No, you don't get to do that. Yeah. No, I absolutely get what you're saying there. Aw, crap, dude.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, sorry. Not a good crap.
No. I had a chance at a flawless on this stupid boss, and I think I borked it.
It's okay. You may not have.
I'm pretty sure I did. 26 is... Oh, no, I didn't bork the flawless.
Hey,
okay,
see? Every time you say you've
every
done
time
a
I
thing.
say it. Every time I say it. Without any fault in the world. Okay.
Go. All right,
I'll
second
probably
boss down.
work it
I think
here.
I may actually like finish my match in a reasonable period of time, and we're not going to actually
I'm
pop on the end
on
screen.
the second. I'm on the second boss, so we're right here.
Neck and neck, my friend.
It's good stuff. And Echo Form, getting it for free from a random card is just a blessing. It's the greatest day of my life, and it's making this fight so much better.
Echo form, buffer, electrodynamics. Like, I love end Kareen on this character.
Oh yeah, yeah. Okay. So hit me. You said banana for fruits, and then we digressed into 9-year age gap between recording sessions, which I don't know how the hell we got to that point. But what other fruits are you going and cranking high on your list if you had to?
See, this is the point at which I have to say that I was very happy that we transitioned out of that commentary, because one reason, not like, oh, I have an issue with this discussion. My father was actually killed by a giant banana. Actually,
By a giant banana, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. So that have some
Happens to the worst of us.
Exactly. Sorry, it took me a moment to realize what you'd said. Sorry. The reason I was happy to transition out of it is because I have very, like, preschooler opinions of fruit. Like, I like banana.
You're just gonna say in general.
I like, oh yeah, 100%. I not exclusively of fruit, but of fruit and other things.
You're just a preschooler is what I'm getting at.
Exactly. I'm still working on my object permanence. We're gonna see whether or not I can master not eating glue. I don't know,
man. It took me 2 years into college to get that one out of the books.
Oh damn! Which did you take? Did you take glue 3004?
Yes, I'm not kidding.
Oh hell yeah! It's a good course, I hear. I was actually looking to transfer to possibly pick it up a little bit. You know, I just want to get into my extra credits. But I have very, very preschooler opinions. I like banana. I like apple. So, how's your run going?
What? You only like bananas and apples?
Please don't harm me.
Okay.
I've tried many. I will say I've tried a lot.
Dig deeper.
I have tried
what fruits
dragon
do you not
fruit,
like?
jackfruit, durian, lychee. I've tried every different type of berry under the sun. I've tried.
Lychees are so good, though.
My man,
They're so good.
the texture. I have textural issues with lychee.
You do, yeah. And you know what? I remember you saying in the past that you have had textural issues in your life.
I have very strong textural issues with a lot of food.
Yeah.
Like, risotto. It's real hard for me to get into a risotto. Risotto gotta be, like, otherworldly until I'm on board.
I'm very sorry, but I normally, the Australian accent just makes me, like, happy instead of laugh. But risotto is a brand. It sounds risotto.
What?
It's a risotto. Not a freaking risotto.
That
it sounds like a damn. You're plucking a string on a violin and you're making it go risotto.
Of course, it's gonna sound like that.
What are you talking
It's a
about?
musical thing. It's from Italian. It's a musical language.
Yes, it's a musical thing. The sound of the risotto hitting the floor goes like it's not.
My
How
man,
you say it?
all you gotta do is repeat that sound a bunch of times, pitch shift it a couple times, put some auto tune on it as well. You can make a bop. You can make a banger. You can make a risotto hit. Now, all I gotta say about this risotto business is, let's have an appeal to authority here. Any Italians in the audience? I want to check, because that seems to me like an Americanization of it, right? That seems to me like you're saying aluminum. Sorry. It's like, it's definitely aluminium. Just enjoy being wrong about it, I guess, if you want to.
I, for one, do not agree that it is pronounced aluminium.
That's fine. You can be wrong if you want to.
I just here's what I need to ask you, okay?
Yeah.
How do you spell aluminium?
Aluminium.
Okay.
Aluminium.
I want you to go look it up real quick.
You're about to be very surprised by this.
Okay, it is spelled differently in American and Canadian English. Sure, that's fine. That's fine.
Why don't you have a look? Why don't you have a quick look at the Wikipedia page, or like the periodic table, or any of the kinds of like broader resources that happen to spell it in the same way that I just did.
I honestly see close to zero reason to do that.
See, this is a perfect encapsulation of what I was just talking about, because this is
Yeah,
another
filthy
example.
Americans.
But I did not technically say that. Now, this is another example of like a thing that was changed in America that Americans now think is the default. And it's like, no, this existed before y'all.
Kind of like capitalism, right? Dude, I love this series because
Sorry, just give me time to heal for a second.
I love this series because
Oh,
yeah,
I think we lost
here.
Alexa. Oh no, okay,
I'm still here. I promise. I love this
You're trying to
series
figure out why you
because-
like this series.
Well, I want to find a way to word it where it isn't offensive to somebody. And that's normally why I like this series, because I normally don't care about doing that.
Mhm.
But it's more offensive towards our good friends, because I do try my best to be like on my best behavior in terms of wholesomeness whenever we're with Rito, Wander, Madi.
Mm.
I like to be on my best behavior. Sometimes I feel like with you, Raps, it's kind of like this series. If somebody made it this far into the episode, then bless them. They get to hear some good commentary, right?
Mhm.
And I know that deep down, even though you're also a wholesome channel, I know that you enjoy it.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This
This
we talk personally. It's not like a lot of people are under the. I mean, look, a lot of people are probably on the opposite misconception where they think that we're all like really good friends in real life and spend a lot of time talking to each other and just enjoy each other's company in the sense of non-recording based things, which is 100% true. But there are some people that also think that like in the end we're all just work acquaintances and we put on a show to do a show. We do, like, all of us do talk off camera, and Raps and I will spend 30 minutes after the recording session just chatting, hanging out, catching up on life kind of thing.
Yep.
So we know how each other actually act when not in a recording setting. Like, I know I'm pulling back the veil a little bit here, but it's it's a different vibe sometimes between people that you record with. I think you would agree with that 100%.
I would agree. Would you say there is a large differential between the way that I present on and off camera in that fashion?
No, I wouldn't say large. I mean, you're still Raps, but there's definitely like you tone things back for YouTube.
Oh, 100%.
100%. Yeah.
So Orbital and I had a series of Shell Shock Live for a very long period of time, and
yeah.
I imagine Orbital may have mentioned it, or you possibly seen.
I have seen some of the episodes of Shell Shock Live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is a good encapsulation of there's a different tone that can be struck in different episodes.
For sure. There's also, like, I feel like, Orbital as a whole. Orbital is genuinely a pretty wholesome guy most of the time, until you shoot him with a gun in Secret Hitler, and then he hops back into the call at the end and starts yelling, I don't need to continue. Those that were at the stream know exactly what I'm talking about. And an HR complaint was filed that day. It's a good time.
I think my ultimate goal in the Wholesome Verse is to have the least, or the fewest rather, filed against me of the HR complaints.
You're already a good couple steps above me.
You think so? And yet
I think I'm leading.
You are leading, yeah. I mean, you've got a complaint from every individual member of Canada. Not citizen.
All of Canada. Yeah, I pissed off all of Canada. So.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the thing is, like, I think I got the first Wholesomeverse HR complaint for the joke in the Jackbox stream, and that is what I think is a good encapsulation of the thing you're talking about. Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought that was an excellent joke, but as soon as I said it,
funny.
like everything, like I could hear like a couple people in the room like laughing and suppressing laughter. But then I could also hear the gears working in Rito's head.
You could hear the disappointment on Rito's face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
absolutely
especially when
get that.
afterwards he went out of his way to confirm to me, hey, it's okay. It's completely fine. I'm not mad at you. And I was like, yeah, but I definitely disappointed you.
Dude, I forgot about that. Was a good one. That
Thank
was a
you.
really
Thank
good
you.
one. I forgot. That was very funny.
That is the thing. Like I often want to do Jackbox games on the weekly stream, but I feel like without the possibility of someone just dropping one of those occasionally, like some of the spice is lost. The threat that's about to happen seems important to me.
You're saying that, and I'm gonna tell you, that's part of why I have been, and I know that, you know, you might not even know this, but I've been a little against doing Jackbox for the Wednesday streams.
My man, I
kind
think
of for that exact same reason.
I think everyone except for me has been. I think like I think everyone's humoring me at this point, and I appreciate it, but like just tell me, please.
It's like I like Jackbox, but if I'm gonna do Jackbox, I wanna do Jackbox in the way that is good to do Jackbox on a stream. Mm-hmm. And the problem is, it's just the way that you do Jackbox without. I'm gonna die to the transient. I don't do enough damage to this guy.
It's fine. Transient understands it's a podcast as well.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. But I there are definitely times where I want to make jokes in Jackbox that I end up typing it in and then just immediately untype it because I go, I'm getting kicked off of the show today if I put that in.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
it's we may
fun.
end up like cycling back out of it soon for a similar reason. I wonder if there's like enough of us, because like I know you, myself, Penta, I know that like there are a fair few of us who would happily play into that kind of a dynamic a little bit more. And that is very like, it is a little antithetical. It's not necessarily antithetical to the idea of the wholesome verse, because it is just like, you do have the ability to make crass jokes but still be wholesome about it, right?
For sure. For sure.
I just wonder if there's enough of a group that it would be worth like up late, like wholesome verse late night kind of thing.
Yeah, I think some people would be down. It's just I also, part of the issue is like I maintain a relatively PG presence anyway, like without the wholesome verse. Like my channel's pretty PG. So the issue is not, you know, as much as I dislike disappointing Rito, I'll disappoint Rito for a good joke. You know?
Sometimes
like,
the joke's there and you gotta.
Yeah, like exactly. Sometimes it's there and you have to just say the joke because that joke is really funny. But some jokes, I mean, I won't say just because that's where my channel is. Like I can't afford to. I know that I have a slightly younger audience and I want to maintain that PG-13 vibe. So I don't know if I'd have to think about that, because I don't know if I would dig into the idea of being a part of a late night, the wholesome verse after dark. You know, I do think that there's definitely like we have people for it, because I know that you even the pre wholesome verse live GeoGuessers, where it was myself, Penta, Orbital, and Lolash. That was a crew. I mean, that was a crew. It definitely was a different vibe from the normal wholesome verse content.
Yeah, bringing Lolash into the discussion actually, I think is fairly illuminating as well, because Lolash, myself, and Orbital, obviously the non-Americans in the group, we share a kind of British Commonwealth kind of sledging ideal, which I remember when we did the For the King series, like Orbital and I did the first series that we've done with Rito together, ages ago. I remember saying to Rito off camera beforehand, hey, we're going to keep sledging to like a super minimum in this series. Because if the dynamic isn't set correctly, and if the dynamic isn't expected correct, or the expectation isn't met on all sides fairly, it can go from wholesome joking around to I actually feel like this is a
I'm
problem.
being
Like,
attacked.
did I do something wrong? Are we okay? Kind of thing.
Yeah.
And while I feel like Wallash, Orblin, and I could ride that line with each other beforehand, I just don't think it's necessarily appropriate in other contexts.
Yeah. No, dude, I completely get that. Oh, this is a mess.
As
Crunching numbers, it's not looking good.
I have two
I
white beast
have to
statues at this
pop-
point.
Oh god.
Just 2 casual potions at the end of. Wait, it only works once. They don't stat.
I might still be dead.
Oh, rest in rip.
24, 20. Okay, I got there. I had to use 4 potions to do it that I was saving for the final boss, so that sucks.
You can have my extra white beast statue.
I would appreciate it, honestly. I've been on 10 health for the majority of this floor. It's been a little bit of a mess.
Wait, you've been on 10 health for the majority of this third act?
Yeah.
How far are you in now?
I just passed my chest.
Oh, hell yeah. We are on the same space then.
Yeah, we've kind of been doing that the entire run.
Yeah, but how is it the run that we're not in the same run? We actually keep on the same pace with one another, but the runs that we are in the same run, nuh-uh. There's a 2-hour differential in our end time.
Dude, who freaking knows?
Yeah. I'm done trying to analyze whether or not this makes sense at all.
Yeah. Life don't make sense. Why try to make it make sense, right?
Hell yeah, my man. So, it's well said.
I'm 14 and this is deep. Oh my God. Ah! I am dead. Actually dead. Conquered. I'm gonna need a new map.
But are you though?
Yeah, I'm looking at my score.
Okay.
My run, dude, my deck sucks. So.
What ultimately was it looking like? Because obviously you would have done some curation over the course of the run.
Honestly, it was a lot of cards that gave block and did damage, but didn't scale. So it just stayed stagnant when the third act hit, and it just wasn't good.
Did you not have like any relics that really supported it all?
No, there was not a whole lot of anything. It was just kind of a bad run.
Yeah.
So,
unfortunately, that does just happen sometimes.
it does happen. As the person said in your comments, the only chance that Olexa has to win Slay the Spire Draft Champions is if Rhapsody dies. And I looked at it and I went, well, that's really rude. And then I replied and I was like, that's really rude. And then I looked at the comment after, I went, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that one. The Ninja Scouts comment, right?
Yeah.
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 That
I was
think
upset
is
about
another...
it for a whole 6 seconds.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to hear
I
that.
cried like 8 times.
That's a really quick, like, individual tears? Like, you're counting as individual cryings?
Yeah.
An instance of cry?
Yeah, it was kind of like a like 8 times in.
Sorry, just that sound.
Yeah, it was kind of 8 of those in 6 seconds. Honestly, I consider it efficient, but
No, I'm all on board. Like, if you can get it done faster.
yeah, just like a quick little sob, right?
Yeah. Just a quick facial waterfall. Okay.
Would you consider yourself to be a crier?
That is a good question. I consider myself to be a dam, right? A lot of water builds up behind it, and then at some opportune point, I realize, uh-oh, dam's about to burst. I need to go be in my room by myself, or in bed, or something, and then just let it all get out.
Yeah, just sob for a good 15 minutes, and then right back. Dam's fixed.
Exactly. The valve has hit its the valve is I don't know plumbing terms.
You're telling me that Rhapsody the plumber is not your day job?
Shh, don't tell them about my day job. That's right. I do Rhapsody Incorporated plumbing down here in Australia.
Dude, that just gave me some great ideas. I'm not gonna lie, but those are ideas that I'll end up telling you later.
That sounds great. I'm totally on board.
And totally frightened, probably.
absolutely terrified.
Oh, lordy.
All right. With the rest of this match, I will free you from the prison of having to listen to the rest of this run relatively soon. I'm just bashing up this Nemesis here.
Oh, wow. You made it. They're fast.
Nemesis is
Nemesis is not, it's not the boss. It's crazy, dude. I literally just looked at my Steam, and people are going to be shocked by this. I got 274 hours in this game.
Nice.
If you put the name of the enemy on the screen in front of me, there's about a 4% chance I'd be able to name it.
Yeah. Oh, 100%. What's I don't know the names of almost any of the enemies in Monster Train. I constantly call the names of the cards wrong. I have 500 hours in that game at this point. Obviously in Isaac, I've mentioned before, like I had my own names for every single enemy in the game because
enemies in Isaac. Wazoob is the only one you need to know.
I like that.
Like honestly, like I hate them enough to call them by name to yell at them. But
I thought it was just because it was a fun name.
I mean, it is a good name too. Wazoob. It's kind of like a wizard boob.
Yeah. That's everything you need right there.
Yeah. Kind of agree. I kind of like I like the idea of a game like Slay the Spire, except they don't give you the names of the cards.
Oh, okay. You can do a thing that I've done in the past, which is a custom challenge where I turned the beta art on for all cards at the same time, back when I didn't necessarily recognize the beta art, and then I changed the language to a language I was totally unfamiliar with, German, and then just tried to play through and figure out what the hell the cards were.
The thing is, I actually am pretty positive that I would do well at that. Because I actually... Oh, wait, the beta art would be on. Yeah. Okay, I'd have no idea. Which is good fun. That's a good idea. Yeah, that's a good idea. I did do when the emoji mod released. I tried that, and that was good fun. You got used to it pretty quick, but...
I'll admit, you do that in the German one as well. Like, you'll see the number on the card says 7, and it's like, oh, okay, so this is a compile driver, I guess.
Sucker Punch, compile driver, yeah. But no, I kind of like the idea of just having roguelite games that have, collectible items and such, like an Isaac, like a Slay the Spire. But just don't name anything and just see what the community comes up with the names of stuff. Because I feel like that's...
all of them are going to be Cardi McCardface. Every single card.
There's so many, like literally, I'm looking at ones at the top. Like, Preserved Insect. There's no way that somebody's going to look at that and go, oh, yes, I just received a preserved insect. Like, no, it's going to be like Beetlejuice or something.
Or maybe as far as Amber.
Who the hell is calling? Like, people are looking at that. They're going, cursed bow tie. Like,
I believe the Vajra is a piece of religious iconography.
Okay.
It may be something that people would be capable of referencing.
So I just look like an absolute asshole. That's fine. What else is new? Well, it's kind of like Spelunky. The characters, none of them have names. So I just look at them like, oh, I like the red guy. Or there's the one guy that literally looks like Jonas. Like, actually looks identical to Jonas Fatson. And that's just you're playing as Jonas.
Oh, God, I can't actually even envision that one yet. Is it Hired Help?
You'd know.
Hired Help kind of looks like Jonas.
No. I'm telling you, if I'm going to pull it up on my side. If you're watching on Rhapsody's side, just I was about to search Jonas Fatson Spelunky, and that would not have come up with the character. But if you're watching on Rhapsody's side, come over to mine for 2 seconds so you can see this character.
Or look at the view sync that we didn't post.
Yeah, that will definitely, absolutely not actually show, but whatever. Yeah.
It's so annoying that YouTube prevents the links from being posted in chat for that. At this point, the last one that I actually updated was because someone messaged me privately on Discord and said, here's a view sync for it.
Yeah.
Much appreciated, by the way, Icy.
Do you ever have the total fear when you
Always. Sorry, what?
put when you put a I'm just gonna like if I start saving that image, then we're gonna get into some wacky stuff. But like I just turned on my display capture in order to put this on. Do you have the same fear as me whenever you load a display capture on a screen, that you're just like, even though you know there's absolutely nothing on your computer that you should be afraid to show the internet, there's just like that total fear you're gonna open a browser and it's just gonna be like a massive penis or something.
Yep.
Yeah.
Especially because my homepage is just a massive penis, so it happens relatively consistently.
You know what? That is fair. That is fair. I wholeheartedly understand that. It's my wallpaper. Yeah.
Yeah. A long time ago, I had a.
I don't like where this is going.
No. It's more about the wallpaper. I specifically set up my desktop to have like a bunch of jokes in it, like a bunch of like background jokes in the icons in the background, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that if ever in game I had to tab out and it just captured the desktop for a second, because I know that people pause to look at the desktop and be like, exposed, I see that you have this on your desktop. So I just put a bunch of jokes on there for people. That really made it less of a terrifying thing for me, because then it became something I was excited to accidentally do, because then people get to see the joke I did.
Yeah, I did something very similar in one of I did a top 10 video on, it was April Fool's Day, so I did top 10 butterbean synergies in Isaac.
Nice.
And the very last one was to just uninstall the game. And I legitimately uninstalled Isaac in the video, so it was like showing Steam and it showed my entire desktop, and I had a notepad of all of the things that I needed to do soon. And it was like, make butterbean video, and I had a bunch of like random little jokes from the channel, and a couple people paused it and they were like, I appreciated that. I did send you Jonas Fatson in Discord, by the way, and just immediately when you look at him, you're gonna know exactly which one's him.
Oh yeah.
It's Jonas.
That's a Jonas right there.
Yeah, 100%. The most Canadian Spelunky person ever. Are you excited for Spelunky 2? Are you even gonna play it?
I'm definitely gonna play it. It's weird. Here's my answer: no and yes, in that order. I'm not excited for it, but I will play it. I will be excited for it at the time. I mentioned this before to someone asking a similar question. Was that Spelunky to me is so mechanical? Like the mechanical loop of it is the thing that I find interesting, rather than the world or any of the like theory or lore or any of those kinds of things. Not throwing any shade at Mossmouth or Derek Yu, but like, that's not super my thing. So I'm only really going to be excited for it after I play it. Yeah,
dude, I think that's totally fair.
I imagine you're holding your breath.
Oh, I'm literally 1 week from today going to be still grinding playing it after it released on PS4. I'm literally re-hooking up my PS4 that I have not touched in probably 2.5 years to buy Spelunky 2 on it, play it for 2 weeks, and then when it releases on Steam, put my PS4 back inside the cabinet to never be touched for another 2.5 years when I buy it on Steam, and then do all of the progress that I did the past 2 weeks over again. I'm so absolutely unordinarily hyped for Spelunky 2. It's absurd. And I think that actually, based on what you said, I think you might enjoy Spelunky 2 more than Spelunky 1 based on what I've seen.
Ooh.
Because there's a lot more, it's a lot more, there's more than just you start at Mines 1, you go to Mines 4, then you go to Jungle 1, and you go to Jungle 4, and then you just do that 16 times and then you win. There's like legitimate, there's like branching paths and all kinds of new things. So I think you're gonna be maybe pleasantly surprised by Spelunky 2. Dude, my life will be ruined if the game's bad, so I'm just gonna keep on saying it.
Yeah, I totally understand that. Do not worry. I don't want you to have to deal with another bumbo. So Spelunky 1, I really actually enjoyed. I played a lot of it. It's just, I just not excited.
There's only so many times. There's only so many times you can get killed by a spike trap or an arrow in the wall before you just throw the controller on the floor and get out. Yeah. There's a very famous GIF, and I'm sure that you've seen it because Penta has made it into an emote. But it's me streaming Spelunky, and I managed to, you know how the shotgun has a little bit of knockback?
Yes.
I was just standing there, shotgun, knocked back myself on the spikes and died. And he has it saved as an emote that whenever he's angry at me, he just sends the emote to me. It's a really healthy relationship the two of us have.
Just to remind you of that time you were mad?
Yeah. I actually, dude, I'm gonna double check this. I think the man might have put it as one of the emotes in the Wholesome verse. Like one of his emote slots, just so that it was there.
I love that as a usage for the limited emote slots.
Which we really should increase those, but that's for off camera. And he did not actually do that good. Okay. It makes me happier.
Alright.
Or unhappy. It was free advertisement, but hey.
There we go. Time meter is down.
Nice. You did it.
Thank you.
Was your score greater than 631? Shocker, you won.
Yeah. Didn't even wait for the answer.
If you somehow managed to get below 631 while winning, I would have been impressed. So.
And you would have been so impressed that I would have won still?
No.
Dang it, because my score is 500.
I'm impressed you won, but wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Was it 1,500?
Just under 1429.
Jesus Lord, I would have never beat you if I won. I will be blunt with you. I don't think I've ever had a run that even hits that score.
I would be surprised because like a lot of the things that I'm currently carrying are things that you repeatedly do. I have Highlander. I like Shiny, but that's not that many points. It's just 50.
My greatest score of all time is 1408.
Okay.
I just looked.
Was that in a run specifically where you were like aiming for score? Have you ever done a run where you're specifically aiming for score outside of the draft champions?
I don't know. Maybe not. I feel do daily. Do you think dailies count in the statistics score?
No.
Because I feel like I maybe have gotten a higher score on a daily.
Yeah, I don't think those count in the statistics because it's just individual runs. Otherwise, like you could get 3 easy months.
Yeah. On the bright side, dude, on my friends list, like you're number 1 for Ironclad, I'm number 2.
Hey, nice.
So I at least feel a little bit better about myself that I am in like the top percentage of my friends list for each character. But it does still hurt a little bit that, you know, I have 1408 and your best Ironclad score is 204 above that. I mean, come on. That's just absurd.
I actually, hang on. Let me see. Wait, we're not on the beta branch. Okay, so I can't actually look at my statistics. Wait, hang on. 16. Are you seeing my score from...
I have a feeling I might be seeing, 1612.
No. My highest score on this is 2,162.
What?
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna ask. Anyway, you kicked my ass. Congratulations. That's honestly, that's like 5 weeks in a row. I really gotta get a win. I gotta make some obscure draft champs next week so that I can win.
The wackier the draft champs, the more kind of like...
The more chance I have, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't mean to say it in that way, but I mean like the more wackier the draft champs, it's like the more of a dice roll it is who wins.
Yeah.
Or a coin flip.
Dude,
you know, instead of the one that has 6 outcomes, how about the one that has 2?
What if next week's video, we flip the coin at the beginning, heads wins, tails loses?
I'm down. Let's go. Okay. Fastest Slay the Spire draft champions in history.
20-second video next Sunday. Book it.
You've got that to look forward to next Sunday. For the moment, though, my name's been Rhapsody. His name's been Olexa. There is a playlist in the description down below with all of our content together on this series, past, present, and future, as well as a link to the channel that you are not currently watching this on. Anything you want to add to the end, Olexa?
Dude, if someone made it this far, congratulations.
Oh, yeah, hell
That's
yeah.
That's my opinion.
Thanks for sticking with us. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next week.
Bye-bye.